this tutorial, we're going to be going over a very simple way to make an excellent looking rusty Orca vehicle. So we're just going to be going over the basics here. It's really simple and the results are fantastic. So here are the three base colors you're going to need: Lead Belcher, Typhus Corrosion, and either Ryza Rust or Troll Slayer Orange, which are pretty much the same color. So here we have you're just going to base coat in Lead Belcher, nothing too fancy here. You can vary the color with things like chainmail or maybe some dark black metallic from Vallejo Model Air. So give a little variety if you want to, but you don't need to. So here's the next step, is just going to give the entire piece a thorough coating of Typhus Corrosion. Now there are some notes to talk about Typhus Corrosion. It is essentially a glaze with actual grit in the paint. So you do have to mix it up very thoroughly before you use it. Otherwise the grit just sits in the bottom. And do not use a good brush on it, because whatever brush you use is simply going to become useless. The grit will actually get stuck between the bristles and it's virtually impossible to get it out. So you will want to use basically a throwaway brush when you're using Typhus Corrosion. And one thing you do to vary the color a little bit more is, after you've got it on there, clean your brush and get it wet and kind of like wash off the Typhus Corrosion in certain areas. This will vary the grime look to it as it goes. And also, once the Typhus Corrosion is dry, you can vary the colors a little bit more by soaking in some either aggressor shade or Noon oil or any other wash color to vary the color in the final product. And your very last step is just to dry brush it with the orange color. The very light dry brush will only touch the very top of each piece, and will also get the grit. And that's what you're really looking for. Or if you want a little bit more orangey look, you can wash it a little more, or dry brush it a little more heavy. And here is the final result. It is dirty. The Typhus Corrosion is like a grime stuck to the metal, and then you've got a very light hint of rust over it. And the overall product is just fantastic for something that is so incredibly easy to do. The look of rusty, grimy metal is actually perfect. So any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching.